Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you 5 ways to use your eyebrow products. Whether this is a pencil or powder, we can do so many different things with this. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Now there are 2 products that you can use for your eyebrows, and that is a pencil or a kit like this, which has different powders or one powder depending on which one you get. This one is from Guerlain and this one is the brow satin from Maybeline. Really depending on what you like to use, you can do different things with them. And the best thing about this one is that it has 4 different colors, so you can do so much with this. And the pencil is a little bit more limited, but still, because it has a powder end and a pencil end, we can still do loads of things with them. One of the first things that I always did with this, without even thinking about it, is using it as an eyeshadow. So depending on what kind of look you want to create, you can choose your colors, and basically with these 3 colors you can do a lot. So first, I always like to go into the lighter shade, as that can just function as an eyeshadow. So I take a big fluffy brush and take a little bit of the lighter shade and apply that in the crease. Then I always like to get a brush like this and go in a little bit of a darker shade, just to give that a little bit more definition. Because these powders are pretty pigmented, you only need the teeny tiny amount to work with. Then if you have a lighter shade in the palette, you can of course use this as well on the eyelid. Now, depending on which color you like the best, you can also use this under the eyes, also as an eyeshadow. I like to use the lighter shade for this, as I don't want it to get too heavy. Just make sure you blend this out very carefully, and then you are good to go. Now, another thing I love to do is use the darkest shade. If you don't use them, you can either use this also as an eyeshadow, but I like to use it as a liner. Now, I have pretty hooded eyes, so I don't wear a lot of liner, so this is a good solution to just place at the root of the lashes to give your lashes a little bit of a fuller look. And there you have it, a full eye look, just using these products. If you don't like to use the darker shade of the liner, you can use the pencil as liner, which also works wonders. Another thing that I love to do is use this lighter shade just as a highlighter. So just put this on the high points of your cheeks. This is used to highlight the brow bone, which you can also do, but I like to use it especially as a normal highlight, just to give you that little bit of a glow, and it's just very handy. These days we can even buy makeup for our scalp, but this eyebrow kit is also perfect to function as that, as it has different colors and you can mix it to the color of your hair color. Now, my hair color is pretty close to this, so this is the only color I have to use. And if you have, for example, a patch like that, you can just fill it up with the eyebrow kit. In this way, you don't have to spend any extra money, but you can still fill it up if you desire to do so. You can also do, if you put a high ponytail in and you want the hairline just to be that little bit sharper, just add a little bit of the eyeshadow in through your hairs and you will be good to go for the whole day, and it will just give your hair that little bit of a fuller look. Another thing you see almost everywhere is contouring, and I also love to use this eyebrow kit if I want to contour or bronze up my skin just that little bit. And that's why it's also again great to have multiple colors in a kit and not just one. If you just have one, you can also use it for that. That's totally fine as well. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a little bit of a bigger brush. This is Real Techniques contour brush, and just dip it a little bit in the powder. And you do want to tap it off at the back of your hand and then just apply under your cheekbones. Now, as you can see, that is a pretty heavy color to use, but we will blend that out. And it just gives you that little bit of a definition but not as strong. And you only need the teeny tiny, you only need a very little amount to do this. Now, if you were a little bit too heavy-handed, just grab your foundation or your powder brush and just run that over to make it that little bit softer. Another great trick is using this as a lip liner. If you don't have anything else with you and you just want to give your lips a little bit more definition before applying your lipstick, both the powder and the pencil work great. But for the purpose, I will just use the pencil just to switch it up. And just what you want to do is line your lips with this very lightly, just like you would do with a pencil. Just make sure you're not too heavy-handed, because then you will look a little bit crazy. Now, if you have lined your lips and you want to create even more definition, then the powder is great, as you can use it a little bit on the bottom of your line of your lip, because then it will appear a little bit fuller. Then what you want to do is apply your favorite lip color. This is one from Charlotte Tilbury in the color Bitch Perfect. And this just gives you that little bit more of definition on your lips, which will make them appear a little bit fuller. Do make sure you have everything, any harsh line are blended with the lipstick, because you don't want to have an obvious color around your lips. And those were my top 5 ways to use your eyebrow products. As you could see, you can use it for so many different things. You can create an eye look with it, use it as a lip liner, contour, you can do anything. So I hope you enjoyed watching and maybe learned something. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I hope to see you in next week's video. Bye!